In this video, you'll be learning how to create a GarageMod 13 dedicated server. The first thing you want to do is go to store.steampower.com, scroll all the way down, and select the Tools window and download the Windows HLDS Update tool. Next, you want to go to the location where you want your server to be installed. Mine is local disk E. Right-click, create a new folder, and name it ESRCDS. Once you've created the folder, simply drag and drop the application in and run it. I've already run it, I'm just running it again to show you the next step. So hit next, hit I agree, and make sure the destination folder is where you have the update tool located. In this case, mine would be ESRCDS. If you've done all of this correctly, you should get an unwise application, which should simply remove the HLDS update tool. Next, you want to go to one of the links provided in the description box. If you're not comfortable using the MediaFire link, you could go to the PASTEBIN and fabricate the files yourself. But if you are, just simply download the MediaFire link. So I've already downloaded it. It is in my desktop. So I'm going to open it and simply drag and drop the GarageMod 13 updater and launcher into the SRCDS folder you've created. Once you've done this, you want to edit the GarageMod 13 updater to the location where you want GarageMod 13 to be installed. I've created a folder in E named Servers, and in it I've created a GarageMod folder, and that is where my GarageMod 13 server is located. So I suggest you do the same. Simply just create a folder named Servers, and inside the Servers folder create the game's name. So in this case it would be GarageMod. Once you've done this, you'd copy the directory, paste it in the fourth line of the bat, and simply just run the bat. Let's run it. So when you first do this, it should roughly take you an hour. Well, actually, it should take you anywhere between 15 to 1 hour minutes. 15 minutes to 1 hour, only because it really depends on your connection. I have a 15 down and 10 up internet connection, and it took me roughly 30 to 45 minutes to download GarageMod 13. Let's see how large it is. It's roughly 1.17 gigabytes, so it's not that much. Yeah, this is how it would look like, and then this would indicate how long the bat file has been running. A quick fun fact: the reason we use bat files for the HLDS update tool is because the HLDS update tool is run by command line, meaning everything we did with the GMOD 13 updater, you could simply do with command line. So you could type like run cmd and like do local disk E, so it would be like E, and then in there you'd do cd srcds, and in there you'd run the HLDS update tool. So the bat file is basically a shortcut, so you don't have to do this annoying long step. So once you've updated, once the GarageMod 13 updater has completed, it would basically disappear as it just did. And once that happens, you would want to right click and edit the GarageMod 13 launcher. You want to go to the orange box folder, so it would be servers GarageMod orange box, and simply copy and paste the directory of that, the second line down in the launcher.bat. The fourth line is called starting your server. You could name this anything, so in this case we will name it Mert server, and you could save it, and we'll see what that does in a few moments. Like I said previously, since SRCDS is also command line, there's a bunch of stuff you can put in here. here are some options. There's a link to this in the description box. You could put all types of stuff there, so like max players and other stuff. So that's fun. Anyway, so once you've copied and pasted the directory of the orange box folder into the second line of the Garry's Mod 13 launcher.bat, you want to save it, exit, and simply run the bat. So double click, we'll drag and drop this here, and once this is up, you'll probably not see my IP because of safety reasons, since it would not be pleasant for me to get DDoSed by you guys. So preparing to launch Garry's Mod 13. Good. Let GMOD 13 launch. Nice. You should get these errors as I do, because it is pretty much normal. Like, it's basically Gary being lazy, I guess. It's standard procedure to get errors like that. Nice, logged in, come on. Cool. Alright. When it says VAC secure mode is activated, it means that your server is up to date. Of course, there's a way to disable VAC secure mode through the command line. The server is not port forwarded. Uh-oh, GMOD 13 froze. Come on, don't freeze. Don't be like that. Don't do me like that, GMOD. Alright, there it is. And we'll join the server just to show you guys that it works. There it is. I've connected. And this should take a few moments. So port forwarding basically allows your server to it basically allows other people to connect to your server. I have done a tutorial on this before, so there's a link to it both in the description box as well as on your screen right about now. I guess I could give you a brief overview of port forwarding. So it's basically think of it like a sea port, like where ships would dock, and in this case the ships would be players, and for players to connect to your server, certain ports have to be open for them to dock. So I know this analogy is a bit odd, but that's how I always imagined it, and the concept of port forwarding never really changes. It's just different ports pretty much every time. So as you can see, I'm in the server. Yep, here I am. Of course, I don't have any games mounted, and we'll go over that after we've gone over add-ons. So, there it is. I'll disconnect now. Where's disconnect? There it is. No, it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. Okay, so for add-ons, there's this new feature for Garry's Mod 13 called the workshop.vdf. It is it's located both in the PASTEBIN link as well as the Mediafire link. You'd simply, if you did the Mediafire link, just open it, drag and drop it to your Garry's Mod directory. So, like that, and you could just edit it with Notepad or Notepad++. I'm just going to use Notepad++ because I prefer Notepad++ over everything else. So you could still install add-ons individually, like you have done so previously in the past versions of Garry's Mod. But the very cool feature that comes with Garry's Mod 13 is that you don't need to. You could just simply download the add-ons. So let's see. Let's go to what I have downloaded. Let's go to subscribed items, and I guess we'll download. We already have the spacesuit downloaded, so as you can see, it says fucking spacesuit. You can really name this anything you want and stuff. Alright, I guess we'll download the drivable Battlefield 2 buggy. So you'd simply go to the add-on, and all you do is copy the ID. So just copy it, Next, you'd want to hit space, add a quotation mark, just number it, anything. Hit tab twice, copy the ID, paste the ID, right click and indicate what this is. In this case, it would be the BF2 buggy, and save it. I'm just going to remove 1 and 2 and rename this 1 and rename this 2, only because I really don't want to download those 2 files since it would make this video longer. So just simply close, and if we go here where it's located and right click and edit it again, it should be there. That is if you've saved it. You want to save it. Okay, so we've done that. The next thing is that you want to relaunch the server, so simply just double click the GMOD 13 launcher. Just take a few moments. As you can see, it says getting list from workshop.vdf. It simply means that it's downloading the files. In fact, it just did. If we scroll up, that's a lot of errors. Hold on, scroll up. There it is. See, mounting drivable BF2 buggy, and it says the download has failed. Okay, so that add-on's obviously faulty, but it's okay because we had a second one called the spacesuit, so we could just try that one out. So simply click find multiplayer, local, join our server again, and play around with a spacesuit pretty much. The spacesuit is also the spacesuit is called the okay, I can't find it here at the moment. It's not on my list, but it's there. So we'll basically go to spawn lists, add-ons, spacesuit. There it is, and you could just spawn it, and the server has downloaded the spacesuit. See, yep, that's cool. Okay, the next thing we're going to go over is the more complex installation of add-ons. So, for example, we'll do WireMod, only because WireMod is sort of a standard, and I suppose we could go over how to install it in this tutorial. So simply just go to wiremod.com, hit download. It'll bring you to this page. You have to go full screen in order to see it, and there's 2 ways to do WireMod. You could do the SVN way, or you could also do GitHub. So we'll just do GitHub only because I really don't want to launch SVN right now. So we'll just do this. This is the GitHub for WireMod. And in here, simply just download the zip file, hit the cloud. It's 13 megabytes, so this should only take a few moments. While that's downloading, you want to go to your Garry's Mod orange box, Garry's Mod directory, and double click the add-ons folder. In there, we will drag and drop the WireMaster folder. So just simply drag and drop. This is how add-ons were installed in the previous Garry's Mod 13. Garry's Mod. I keep getting the numbers mixed up. Why can't they just call it Garry's Mod rather than GMOD 13? Like, crying out loud. Let this load. And actually, this main folder called WireMaster could be called anything. This is odd. It usually never takes this long. I must have something in the background running. Don't worry about it. There it is, 30 seconds. Anyway, so this WireMaster folder could be called anything, so you could just simply rename the folder to Wire or WireMod. The thing that defines an add-on is in the add-on docs.txt, which I will show you as soon as this is done. The reason why old Garry's Mod 13 add-ons will not work is that their add-on.txt is outdated, as well as that some of the code may be outdated as well. So that is why if you go to if you go to garrysmod.org and download something old, it may not work. So you right click and edit the Whoa, not print, no. It's a terrible idea. Okay, right click, edit the add-ons.txt. As you can see, it says add-on info name WireMod. The name parameter simply defines what this mod is. So that's how that works. So we'll just launch our server again to demonstrate that it worked. Places here. Should only take a few moments. The next one we'll go over is how to mount games. And to be honest, mounting games is a bit buggy at the moment, so do not be surprised if it does not work. But you could try it anyway. There's also, if you have like, well, you know what, I'll just wait and show it to you guys because it's a bit hard to explain visually without visual aid, I mean. So yeah, we'll join our server again, and WireMod should be installed. If you use the SVN link, you could just simply right click and update it. I guess I'll make an SVN tutorial sometime. Yeah. Sending client info. Come on, load. What do you think of the new Garry's Mod loading screen? I miss the files that go across the screen, to be honest. Like this weird duck face. I guess it's not very satisfying. And as you can see, now we have Wire installed on our server. Like, here's a dupable hard drive. Yep, that's cool and stuff. And here's a digital screen. Yeah, awesome stuff. I'm blowing your mind right now. This couldn't be any easier. So we'll simply close our server. To mount games in Garry's Mod 13, you could simply you need the file called mountdpots.txt. You could simply, if you downloaded the zip file from Mediafire, you could just simply open it, go to Garry's Mod, orange box, Garry's Mod, CFG, and just drag and drop it in there. And then of course you can edit it. So this is it pretty much. And 1 means it's enabled, 0 means it's not enabled, or you could also just remove it and it will not be enabled. So as you can see, it says I've enabled HL2, Counter-Strike, Source, Day of Defeat Source, Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Multiplayer, and Portal. So you drag this into the configuration folder in the Garry's Mod directory. For this to actually work, you'd need, like, for example, I want Counter-Strike to be mounted. You need it downloaded. So to do this, you could simply edit the updater for Garry's Mod 13. So you could just copy it and rename it to CSS updater. Go to servers, create a new folder called CS Strike, and just edit the updater, change the command line game into C Strike. I think it's C Strike. What is it here? Yeah, it's C Strike. Actually, we should go rename that folder to C Strike as well, or else it will not work. So I always get it mixed up because, like, I always thought it was CS Strike. I guess it's C Strike. Anyway, you simply change the directory to the Garry's Mod, to the C Strike folder, and save it. And of course, you'd want to change this as well. So we could do like and save, and you just run the CSS updater, and it will download CSS. I will not be downloading CSS only because this is a tutorial video. It's not really like showing all this stuff. As you can see, it is downloading though, but I'm gonna hit exit, and I'm gonna hit yes to the cancellation of this update. And once you have it downloaded, you'd simply just go to servers, Garry's Mod, Garry's Mod, orange box, GarageMod configurations, mount depot text, and just have it to be 1. And when you launch your server, it should be installed. Well, that was this tutorial. I went over pretty much everything. Installation of the server, launching the server. Actually, there's one thing I did forget to go over, which is the configurations. But I'm not going to go into depth, only because that is sort of irrelevant to this video. But in the CFG folder, you could simply go download a pre-made configuration file, and in that file you could set the name of your server, default game mode, as well as other stuff. You could just simply look that up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So like and sub if you've learned something new. If you have any questions, simply just comment, and I will see you guys in another tutorial next week.